everyone. Welcome to In Conversation with Hemali. It's episode 53, part 2. Enjoy.
Swami Ji, while you talk about how the monks are trying to help to create a better world out there, and we all believe that God exists. So, if God exists, why is there so much suffering in the world?
Correct. This is a very common question people ask.
That's right.
because every religion, every temple, we say, oh, God is so merciful and God will bless you. Or we pray to God for removing all obstacles, and then we keep on suffering.
Yeah.
Now my simple question will be, now you are free to do what you want to do, correct?
Yeah.
You have a freedom. So you bite a very hot chili.
Okay.
And your mouth burns. Now tell me why you should be suffering if God is there. Because your eating chili has nothing to do with God. Correct.
True.
So we understand and try to understand the situation surrounding us is that God is something neutral force and has given you rather a circle which is called free will. Free will. For example, we are talking now. We can talk about science, we talk about religion, we can talk about politics, we can talk about this, that. That freedom is given to you. What you want to talk about. Correct? Why do you think we are using good language? Why you are not abusive language we are not using? Because this is within our freedom. Those who are of that type are using foul language. We don't use that language. So there is a choice given to you. So we understand this. Whatever is within your free will, utilize that free will as wisely as possible. Then God will increase the radius of that free will.
Right.
So you utilize your free will. Whatever you can do good, you do. That's how the spiritual giants become bigger and bigger giants. Why? Because they keep on doing good to people.
Right. Right.
So whatever is your suffering, mostly our suffering is because of you, because of us. My suffering because of me. But there are many things which you think we never did. Our answer is, you may not have done in this life. Hindus and Asian religions, we believe in reincarnation.
Yes.
So we say, and I have a how to say, I have a statement which I make many places, that karma and reincarnation, which the Hindus, Buddhists, Jains, Sikhs, we all believe, is not only a theory, but it is a logical necessity to understand the world around us.
Sure.
Why do you think a person is born and lives whole life healthy? Why do you think the other person is born crippled? Why do you think a child is born with ADHD? Why a child is born with dyslexia? So we don't say that you are born with that, so you suffer. No. If anybody who suffers comes in front of us, we should help, because that is our nature. We want to expand our horizon. But there is no other reason why a child is born. At the time of birth, what sin it has committed?
Yeah.
So we believe that whatever has happened to us in this life is a result not only of this life, but also the karma of our previous life also. But that is our Hindu way of understanding. Right. Secondly, so karma could be one reason. Secondly, karma of this life, which is based on your desires. People have so many desires, and when the desires are not fulfilled, they complain about God, that God is not merciful to me. I am buying this 4D number for so many years. I didn't get a lottery. I didn't get money. So what do you think? You just go and put one coconut and $10 sweet or something, and God should give you $1 million? So our idea about God is very, very different. So what we say is, you do your best, you remain honest, you remain truthful. Still something happens to you, you have still a chance to say that God is partial. God is partial to me, because even if I do good, nothing good happens to me. But people don't do good. People are doing all kind of nuisance and then blame God for it. So we say this one, that keep on doing positive karma, keep on doing spiritual actions. Could be a spiritual practices, could be a religious practices, but it should be from your heart. When you do that, your bad karmas are destroyed. But there are nice examples to understand that the karma which you brought in, because of which you have this body,
Yeah.
that positive and negative karma you will suffer in this life, which is called prarabdha karma in our Hinduism.
Right.
You have done so much karma in your previous lives. It is accumulated somewhere in the bank, as if when you come in this life, you cannot bring all that. So
Right.
part of that brings into life, and that is called prarabdha karma. So you suffer because of that. But your good karma can nullify. Your good karma, spiritual karma, can partially nullify that one. So that's why whichever religion you go, you see, whether that good karma you believe it is good or not is a different thing. But the religion always says them, keep on doing good.
Right.
Doing good.
I'm just thinking, while you're speaking, that yes, I do understand that karma, for now and for the life ahead. But then, sometimes we, like, how should one handle the mental tensions being generated in the mind due to the debates over, say, political issues or religion? When one's ideology gets challenged, one does get angry about it and does react, which may not be the right way to behave. So, should one turn back to the issues in the society, or should one take up the task of bringing the change?
First and foremost, religion and spirituality, there should not be a debate. Why I'm telling? We have. There are technical terms which people don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
If you understand these words, which are in North Indian languages, it is very common.
Mm-hmm.
One is called vada,
Okay.
from where you call vivada. The quarrel is called vivada.
Vaad
So
Vivad.
one is called vada. Vada means you also talk, I also talk.
Yeah.
Then there is a vitanda. Now, the argument people do
Mm-hmm.
has to be classified
Mm-hmm.
according to the purpose. What purpose you want to arrive at? I just want to say, for example, you are Muslim and I am Hindu, and we enter into debate. So I criticize Muslim religion, you criticize Hindu religion. What is the purpose? If the purpose is to come together, we don't criticize each other. We find out to common grounds. Okay, you have something, I have something which are different. I accept your difference, you accept my difference.
Wow.
But when you enter into debate, I see many times the debates on TV, and sometimes I feel, which Hindus told you that you represent to present Hinduism to the debate? How much of Hinduism you know about?
Excellent.
So people are self-appointed leaders. They talk about Hinduism, they don't know ABCD about religion, I tell you. Because that what your next question about religion and spirituality is. If you are not spiritual, you believe in the jugglery and mockery which is called religion.
What is the difference between the two, between spirituality and being religious? I mean, I would like you to tell us. Yes.
So spirituality, if I have to put absolutely
Mm-hmm.
in a clear terms,
Right.
which is a bit philosophical,
Mm-hmm.
when religion becomes subjective, it is
Okay.
spirituality. It is spirituality. When spirituality becomes objective, it is religion. For example, for example, God is in every living being.
Yes.
It's a statement we
Yes.
get from great people and sometimes in the scriptures and all that.
Yeah.
Now there are two parts of that. One is internal part, one is external part.
Right.
So when I start believing that yes, God is in every living being, as soon as I start believing, questions will come in my process. If everybody, God is in everybody, that
Yeah.
means God is in Muslims also, God
True.
is in Christians also,
Yes.
God is in animals also, God is in birds also, God is in insects also.
Right.
So that there is a subjective built up that, oh, God is everywhere, God is in everybody, so I must serve everybody. So when
Yes.
service comes, that can become a spiritual.
Okay.
That becomes spiritual because out of love, out of this belief that God lives in everybody, you serve them. Actually, you are serving the God who is living in them. So that action, though external, is a spiritual activity. Another spiritual activity could be that you meditate on that God who lives in me also.
Yeah.
I must realize that God, if God is in you, I can't realize God is in you, I have to believe. But if God is in me, I can realize it. That process of realization of God in me is called spirituality.
Right.
But when believing that God is in everybody, God is in you also, so I serve you, I help you, I love you, I
Yeah.
do everything for you, is my external manifestation of spirituality, which is
Right.
religion. Now, if you want to see that religion means the temples and mosque and church and all that. So what happens? Let us talk about Hinduism. We don't talk about other religions. Let other religious people represent their religion. This is the Hindu way. If God would come in front of me, what I will do to him, that we do as a puja, as a worship in our temples. That's why in Hinduism only we have this kind of thing. Oh, Narayana came in front of Dhruva and blessed him, or Narada had a vision of God, or
Yes.
somebody. So we have idea that God comes in front of me as a person. So a Hindu mind started imagining that, oh, God comes in person, so he will come like this. So he made a statue. Oh, if God comes, that means I worship him. That's why whenever there is a temple consecration,
Yeah.
whenever there is a temple consecration, there is something called invoking God in the statue. Prana pratishtha is the word.
Yes.
So you know, Swami Vivekananda says beautifully in one place, no Hindu ever worships a statue. Do you go to temple and say, oh statue, please help me, oh statue? No, we don't worship a statue. We want to worship God in that statue.
Right.
Then people say, oh, then how you're worshipping a statue for me? How you say you're worshipping God? So what he did was, no, there is a beautiful incident in the life of Swami Vivekananda, which solves the question about idolatry 100%.
Okay.
So Swami Vivekananda was Parivrajaka or itinerant monk in India. He was moving around on his foot practically. So he went to Rajasthan and went to a small state called Khetri in Rajasthan and met the Raja of Khetri. So the question came about idolatry, why Hindus worship the statues and pictures and all that. So Swami Vivekananda told to one of the ministers in the small court of that king that here is the picture of your king. Can you please bring it down? So small photograph of the uh, king was brought down. And Swamiji told that minister, now spit on that.
Oh, okay.
So he said, how can I spit? This is the picture of my king.
Yeah.
So he says, correct. But this is a paper, this is a paint, there is a glass, there is a frame, there is no king.
Yeah.
But in the picture of king, you are seeing king and you respect.
Yes.
You are not respecting the picture, you are respecting king in the picture.
In the picture.
So correctly speaking, no Hindu ever worships a statue. A
Right.
Hindu worships God in the statue. Then
Wow.
the philosophy came, if God can be worshipped in a statue, why can't be God worshipped in a living being?
Right.
So we started serving people. Even you will find in Ramakrishna Mission some centers, we go to hospital, we garland the patients, put a tilakam on his head, then offer some fruits to him, touch his feet, because this is the living statue of God. He's a
Right.
human being.
Oh
So,
my.
so spirituality and religion are intertwined each other. When it is an external manifestation, it is religion. When it is internal practice, it is spirituality.
Wonderful. What you're saying is full of insight and truth, Swamiji. Wonderful, really. So I'm inquisitive to find out, can a monk participate in religious or political discussions? Though you said there should not be a discussion. I do remember you
Correct.
mentioning that.
Correct.
Yes.
Let me tell you, as an individual,
Yes.
see, first and foremost, I do not know about other monks. Means other means those who are not Ramakrishna Mission monks. I have no
Sure.
idea about their
Sure.
whether they want to participate, because there is a chief minister of a state who is a monk, and there are swamis who sit in the Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha.
Sure.
I have nothing to say about them. So far as Ramakrishna order is concerned,
Mhm.
Swami Vivekananda has given to us a very clear statement: never ever enter into politics.
Wow.
That's why Ramakrishna Mission doesn't stand for any political party.
Aha.
When our headquarters is in West Bengal, correct? West Bengal communist rule was there for years, and all the communist leaders used to come to our headquarters.
Wow.
Then different governments came, they come. We have nothing to do with a political party. We are here to serve people. We are here to represent Indian spiritual thought. We are here to represent Indian culture, Indian spiritual culture, etc. We have nothing to do who rules the state, who rules the center. Narendra Modi also comes to Belur Math. Mamata Banerjee also comes to Belur Math. Even Jyoti Basu also came to Belur Math.
Sure.
It has nothing to do with us. So Ramakrishna Mission monks are guided two things:
Mhm.
never enter into politics and never support or oppose any political party. First thing.
Mhm.
Secondly, social service, what we do,
Mhm.
is our spiritual practice. We
Mhm.
are not, we could be considered as a social workers, but we
Mhm.
don't believe in social reform.
Right. Wow.
We don't believe in social reform, because social reform is a
Mhm.
society, is society. It has sometimes
Right.
nothing to do with spirituality.
Yeah.
It is a social customs.
Yep.
Now, the women should put a ghumta or not. Why do you ask a monk about it?
True.
So we don't go for the women. Oh no, no, women should not have ghumta. Women should be this. No, it is none of our business. If
Right.
you feel, if you feel that when seniors come to me, when I go to temple, when I go in front of my father-in-law, eh, I feel myself that I should cover my head.
Yep.
No problem, no problem. If you are so modern
That's your
that
way
you
of
say no,
respect.
no, no. In my family, my father-in-law also is like my father, and we don't cover our head.
Mhm.
Perfectly okay.
Yep.
I have to do with your spirituality. I have to do
Right.
with your spiritual aspiration of whatever religion you are.
Sure.
We have so many friends. As I have an interview with you, I have a similar interview, but not on she will come live. She will
Okay.
not record, of course. It is one-to-one discussion.
Okay.
She is a Catholic Christian,
Okay.
and she likes whatever I talk.
I'm sure.
Correct. So thing is this, that we stand for spirituality.
Right.
You know,
Sure.
3 years before, I was in
Mhm.
Argentina.
Mhm.
I was posted there for 2 years.
Yes.
And believe me, all the devotees who came there are Catholic Christians.
Wow.
They come for decades, from
Right.
generations, they come to Ramakrishna centers,
Right.
because their coming to our center is not a threat to the religion.
Sure. Yes.
If
Yes.
you go to
Agree.
certain place, no, no, Christians are not allowed to enter, Muslims cannot enter into our
Yeah.
temple, this cannot do. No, anybody can come to our place. If you are spiritual minded, if you want to bring any kind of fanaticism for anybody,
Yeah.
thank you. You can come, but we don't want that fanatic attitude here. Even Hindus.
Yeah.
Even Hindus, you want to
Sure.
come to our center and say, oh, Swamiji, we stand for this and we want to fight against this. No. No.
Right.
If you want to stand for peace, if you stand for progress, if you
Yes.
stand for harmony, if you stand for spirituality,
You're
I'm
welcome.
there.
Excellent.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Any
Wow.
kind of negativity, sorry, we don't support any negativity.
Amazing, really. Swamiji, I will request you to share a message of peace and service to my viewers, please.
Okay. First and foremost, thank you for allowing me to share some thoughts and some points I will have to reiterate from what we just talked about.
Sure.
That see, if a message of peace, when we talk about, the very peace is quite subjective thing.
Okay.
One thing. Secondly, before you preach about peace, you must be in peace.
True.
This is something very important. If you are a mathematics teacher, you should be good in mathematics. Nobody asks your character certificate. If you are a teacher in science, professor of science, I want your credentials about your authority to become a science teacher or a science professor. Nobody is going to ask about your character certificate, whether what you
True.
did, this and that and all that. But as soon as it comes about religion and spirituality, you must have those qualities in you.
Mm-hmm.
You may be completely orthodox religious person, but you're a science teacher.
Yeah. True.
Correct. But to be a spiritual person, it is not enough to believe in peace,
Mm-hmm.
but also to be in
Be
peace.
peaceful.
And people who come to you or to whom you go
Mm-hmm.
should experience that this man, this woman, this person stands for peace.
Absolutely.
So every individual who believes that there should be peace in the world, my first request will be at peace within yourself.
Lovely.
You should not have conflict with anything and anybody around you.
Yeah.
Then you can become the representative. You are in peace. I tell you, sometimes I have seen some people, even I have seen the Christian nuns, and I have seen some Muslim friends, or
Mm-hmm.
even some Hindu monks. I felt myself that how you can have so much peace on your face.
I'm sorry to interrupt here, but that's exactly how I felt when I met you.
Hey, why people are so much at peace and happiness? So every individual must be a messenger of peace and happiness. Whatever comes out of your mouth, whatever comes out from you as a behavior should be helping, complementing, and helping you. And it should be something that people get from you. If I come to talk to you and if I get disturbed when I leave your room, there is something not, then you are not a messenger of peace. A messenger of peace never gives a conflicting ideas. Messenger of peace never creates confusion in the mind of people. Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna says this. A person who is a man of God cannot create confusion in the mind of anybody. Nabuddhi vedam janayet ajnanam karma sanginam. Joshet sarva karmani. Vidvan yukta samacharan. A person, for example, your child is in a primary school and he has an exam.
Yep.
You want your child to study. And if you tell your child, okay, tomorrow is your exam, start studying, the child opens the book and you start TV and start watching your serials. No.
Yes.
You have to shut down the TV. You be like a student with your child. Sit with the child. Hey, tomorrow is our exam.
Yeah.
You are representing me also. You are representing me also in the exam hall. So I will help you to become a good student to go and appear for exam tomorrow. So the person who believes in peace, who wants peace, must be a messenger of peace, must be rather oozing peace all the time.
Yes.
You
Yes.
cannot be so much disturbed and tormented and conflicting and all these things. You cannot become a messenger of peace. So a messenger of peace, or the people who say that we are peaceful people, must show in their life that they are peaceful.
Right.
It is not only believing in peace, but also, so last thing which I will like to say is, the best way to achieve internal peace and external is, one thing, take the spiritual values which you find directly in your scriptures. Try to cultivate those values within you, one thing.
Okay.
And secondly, what peace you get by your spiritual practices or your belief system or whatever, manifest that peace in serving others.
Lovely.
Serve anybody. Everybody should try that they serve somebody with whom they have nothing to do with. You serve your husband and your children. Everybody is expected to do it. When you serve somebody, when you serve somebody who is outsider, not of your family, and remove little problem of their life, then you will find that peace will increase, you see.
Amazing.
So that's the idea.
Beautiful. Seriously, this is so nice. Thank you so much, Swamiji. Your righteousness and exemplary character are an inspiration to many of us. They provide us with guidance through your vast knowledge and understanding of religion. You are a leader, and a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way to a meaningful life. Viewers, if you have any questions that you would like to bring ahead, you may put it down in the comment section, and we'll try and answer them and try to guide you. Thank you very much, Swamiji, for giving me your time.
Thank you very much.
For such words of wisdom.
Thanks for giving me the opportunity. And to any viewers, you can get contact from her. And if any way I can be helpful to anybody, I will feel myself blessed. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.